Well, you're right, guys. It's potato chitting season, so here we go. And I'll tell you what, it seems to be the done thing these days to put your microphone in the camera shot. So here's mine. I don't want to feel left out. Right then, let's have a look what we got. These have come from, as I keep saying, Bridgend Garden Centre up in Fife. Fantastic service. I've used them for quite a few years now. Chitting potatoes or sprouting potatoes, what you want to call it. Some say yes, some say no. Do you do it? Do you not do it? To be honest, it doesn't really matter. But what you are doing by, I'm going to call it chitting, by chitting the potatoes, is you're getting your hands on them and making sure they're okay for a start. The first thing I need to do is pack it up. Trust me to pick a main crop, I don't want to do main crop. So first off, let's see what we got. Right, first early is Casablanca and Winston. I always grow those. They're good for the show bench and they're quite tasty. Casablanca's nicer than Winston, but yeah. Second early is Charlotte, Nicola, Vivaldi and Kestrel. Kestrel's a good, got little coloured eyes on it. That's good for the show bench as well. And my main crops, I've got Picasso, which did very, very well last year. We used those in the single seed potato challenge, if you remember. Yes, some people had some massive spuds out of them. So that's my main crop. And I've also got pink fir apple, which I always grow. They're great for salads, cut into little discs. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We've got one more potato main crop, but that is for the single seed potato challenge 2023. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to wait and see. So anyway, first earlies, second earlies, I tend to chit. Right, here's the Winstons, let's have a look. The reason being, well, first and foremost, you get your hands on the spuds. You make sure they're alright. They're not horrible little squidgy things, you know, and they're decent size, and you can pick what you want. Yeah, you could just give it an eyeballing, look around, and they're okay. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to use egg cartons, egg trays for this to start off with. I'm going to write on here what they are, so I'm just going to put a W for Winston because that's the only one I've got beginning with W. I'm going to put it both ends so I don't... Yeah, right. So just look at it. And what we're doing ideally, now this doesn't really matter, I'll talk to this in a minute. We're looking for where the umbilical is, where the stolon was last year. The stolon, when a spud grows, you've got the plant, you've got the stem, and you've got this piece that goes across to the stem. That's called the stolon. So ideally that goes downwards. It doesn't really matter, but it's best if you can. So nice looking spud. Right, I can't really make it out on that one, so I'm just going to put it in. Now the reason I say it doesn't really matter is because any gardener worth his salt is going to come back to these in a week or so just to check on them. And if it's started sprouting down there, you know you've got it upside down, so you just turn it round and it will carry on growing. So I'm going to leave that like that. This one's obvious. I'll try and zoom in on that in a second. There's the dead stolon there, so that goes that way up. And we just carry on like this until they're all done. These were, what were these? 180 a kilo, and that's a kilogram there, so that's pretty good. Nice size. See, that's a bit hard to make out, so we'll come back to that one. Might need more than another tray for these. And what I'll do, when I do this, that's an easy, obvious one there, because it's got a piece stuck on it. What we'll do, we'll come back to these, do a review later, just to see how we're getting on, and you'll see the ones I've put upside down then. Now, I'll show you a thing on this one in a second. Yeah, let's get the big one in the bottom. Ooh. Right, that's a better one to show you. That's a better one. I'm waffling a bit here. So what I'm going to do, I've got too many, so I'm just going to put these two on top, like this. Yeah, even that one, I'll put it on top. And just leave them. Right, somewhere cool and light. If you put them in a warm place, you will start to get long spindly spruts, and we don't really want them. Again, it doesn't really matter, but with earlies, you want to give yourself a flying start if you can. You know, you want your earlies early. Right, now what we got here, this is a typical example of what I call the rosebud. Now if you're showing, sometimes, in fact usually, it's best to only grow 2 eyes. And the one to take out is the rose, believe it or not, because when that grows, that quite often grows into a couple of different stems, and you only want 1 stem per eye, per bud. So when that grows a bit more, and when these little ones have shown themselves to be growing, I'll probably cut that one off. So let's put that one in there. There we are. So that's the Winston's done really, and I'm just going to repeat that with, like I say, all the others. Now I'm not doing main crop. I might get the main crop out. I'll get the main crop out of the plastic bags. Don't get me wrong, but they probably won't be chitted as such. They'll be out. They'll just be in the air. There. The reason being that the main crops are in the ground for 22 weeks growing. These are 10 weeks, second early 12, 14 weeks. So you want to give these a flying start. Not so important with the main crops. In fact, in general, I plant the main crops a lot later than the earlies anyway. They're probably going in St. Patrick's Day as normal. So I've gone through that, right. Yeah, so I'm just reading my little notes there because, you know, there's a lot to remember in this little, there's a lot to remember, you know what I mean? So, like I say, just to get them all out of the bag, pink fir apple, I'll take these out and put them in an onion bag. Bridge End Garden Centre. And I'll do the rest, so that can go over there. That's the other main crop. I'll do the rest, and I'll bring you back when I've done them all, and we can see what I've got, okay? Well, there we go. Oh dear. Let's drop that one on the floor. This is the danger of the spuds. You get them mixed up because they all look the same. These are a bit different. These kestrel, because they got little pink eyes, but the rest, if I was to knock them over, wouldn't have a clue. So what I'm doing now with the main crops, just going to rebag them into a mesh bag for now, because I don't want to chip these straight away, if at all, like I said. So now remember to put the label in, Picasso. Put it on the outside facing outwards so you can read what it is without messing about. Oh. A bit of cold weather coming this week, so that's why I'm not rushing it today, but that's why I'm getting this done today. It's the warmest day today. What is it now? It's about 3 degrees, 4 degrees. But it's supposed to be in the minuses from now onwards till Friday. And I don't want to be sat out here doing it in the cold, do I? Oh, I love these pink fir apple. When you cook them, just give them a good, a bit of a scrubbing, and just slice them into discs, maybe 1/2 centimetre. They're great in a salad, they really are. God, cooking and gardening at the same time. Put them in the bags, just keeps them all nice and airy so they don't go sweaty and mouldy. Ooh. And where am I going to put these? Right, some are going to go on the bathroom windowsill, some are going to the spare bedroom windowsill, and some will be in the greenhouse. But I won't put them in the greenhouse till after this cold snap has gone. Even though it's not totally cold in there, I just don't want to risk it, you know what I mean? So there we are, there's the main crops done. Ooh. So we've got 2 trays of kestrels. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 types of spud. So Casablanca and Winston first early, Charlotte, Nicola, Vivaldi and Kestrel second early, Picasso and pink fir apple for main crops. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Just to remind you, I got these from Bridgend Garden Centre. I know I keep blowing their trumpet, but they've done me proud over the years. Pop up to their website. I'll leave a link down below. Just pop on their website. It's not just seed potatoes, it's a proper garden centre in there, and they really are reasonable. One of the things that really swayed me with them, apart from the quality, is the customer service. But it must be 3 years ago, I had an out of stock, let's say it was Kestrel, and I got a phone call. A lovely lady called Caroline phoned me up and said, oh Steve, so sorry, we're out of stock of Kestrel, you know. Would you like to try so and so? It's very similar, blah blah blah. And it wasn't just a case of, we'll send you the spuds and you'll find out they're not there, when there's a, sorry, we haven't got these in the box, you know. They told me about it and I had an alternative. And I think that is, you know, top-notch quality service, which goes a lot these days, I'll tell you. Right, I hope that's been useful, guys. Like I say, these are going to go upstairs in the bathroom window, a couple in the spare bedroom window. I'm going to have to put some in the front window at the moment, and then I'll put them in the greenhouse. Hope that's been helpful.